to Tavern 53 Tavern Talk. Tonight, I'm joined by the Bob Ross of Barbecue, Greg Rushlow. Greg
Hi,
Rushlow,
everyone.
welcome.
Thanks for having me in.
Yes. We were going to be joined tonight. We were hoping that the professor was going to be able to join us, but he's feeling under the weather, so we're hoping that he's going to have some chicken noodle soup and get some rest and kind of use his big brain to get himself better and get back to joining us and hopefully get back to being himself. So good luck, Professor. Hope you're feeling better soon. Tonight's topic, we're going to talk about what's your go-to Christmas dinner.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. Are you a ham, turkey, or as they had in Whoville, roast beast? Or are you something different? Do you go a little bit off the beaten path? What do you do, Greg? What's yours?
Well, this year we got a nice 20-pound turkey coming. So it's going to be turkey. But with my wife having Danish heritage, we do some Danish dishes as sides.
Yep.
One of them being candied potatoes,
Yes.
which is these tiny potatoes covered in like a caramel sugar. So tasty.
Yeah.
And of course, we got our traditional Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Everything's just so good.
Oh yeah. Now you're going back for more. That's for sure. That's I know what you're saying there. Yeah. Like, we normally have done both turkey or ham, and we've done. That's a very nice sound, by the way. Merry Christmas to you there. We've done both. We've done the turkey, we've done the ham, and we've done the as they did in Whoville, the roast beast. And
Yeah.
it's I again grew up on a turkey farm. I love turkey. I've had it so many different ways. You can't even imagine how many different ways I had it. And sometimes it was great. Other times it was like, well, I'll just have some potatoes, thank you. Like, again, it just happens.
Yeah.
If I do have a turkey, and again I love a good turkey. I love to do the deep fry. It's a bit messy, but it's well worth it. Like it's a good meal.
Never tasted that. Never tried it. No.
Like that oil's at 300 and I get it around 370, 375, and you're dropping a defrosted, dried turkey, clean, everything like that, into the oil, and you don't throw it in. You're not playing like Kelly Tripucka from the Pistons throwing a long shot there. You slowly drop it in, and you let it sears the outside, and then it just like it cooks it like it's like it'll drop down to about 350 the temperature of the oil because the bird's cold, and it'll drop it down, and then it just kind of sears it, and it just cooks it, just crispy skin, and it's just juicy meat on the inside. It's just like, oh, I just love it, love it. It's amazing.
That sounds good.
It's a different way. Again, it's a different way of doing it. Is it healthy? No, no, it's not. Like, anytime you're deep frying something in oil, it's not healthy. But darn it, if it isn't good, it's good. I enjoy it.
I've seen that one guy, Rusty Lamb, did a deep fried turkey in bacon lard.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No,
instead of oil.
Yeah, he's into the no seed, like the clean oils. Like he's into that, like the tallow,
Right.
bacon fat. Yeah, and that would actually give a great taste.
Yeah.
Just imagine the taste that would give.
Well, one of our traditions too is rice pudding, and that's one thing we do: a rice pudding with a cherry sauce that my lovely wife makes, along with some caramel sauce, and you top that rice pudding off. But there's always a almond inside the pudding, so you keep serving the pudding until someone reaches the whole almond, and that's a prize. You get an extra prize at dessert for that. So usually it's pretty exciting for all the kids to find the almond. You just keep eating dessert till you find it.
I remember hearing something about a penny.
Oh,
Penny.
really?
I could see an almond being a little bit more sanitary.
You could you could bite it. You could bite it almond.
Yes. You can bite a penny. It's not gonna be too healthy, but
Yeah,
probably gonna be going to the dentist on the
yeah.
New Year.
But that's a big thing around our house. Yeah, and dinner, Christmas dinner is always Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
That's
Okay.
another thing,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. And I again we it was always growing up as kids, Christmas on Christmas Day, and then as we got older and the kids moved out, and it was just my mom and dad at home, and it was like, okay, you guys want to do Christmas or Boxing Day or whatever, and then it was like we just graduated to that, and it was like it was a good time. Like we, like again, it was whatever. Not each year was the same meal. It was a little bit different. I can
Right.
remember we did Christmas dinner here. My wife and I we did barbecued steaks for Christmas dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it was like I really liked it. I thought it was great. Like it
yeah.
was
It's all about getting together.
yeah, it wasn't a traditional meal, but it was a good meal. Like it was like we had cherry cheesecake for dessert, and it was like it was good. Like we really enjoyed it. It was like
Nice.
again, like you said, it's getting everybody together and have a good time and a good meal and enjoying it. Like some
Yeah,
people they're having that they're got to have the prime rib. You know what? I'm not offended by a prime rib.
I've done prime rib before. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I've
instead
had
of a
that.
turkey. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think one of the most unique ones I did was we had a ham, and I put it on the spit on the barbecue.
Ooh. Okay.
I tied it up and everything like that, and I just again. It's already cooked. It's cured already. So all you're doing is
Right.
you're putting it on there, and you're just letting it like go around over the heat and just kind of get right in there. But this thing was like, wow, super tender, and soup that was made after the bone, like with
Well,
the
you could keep building that glaze on the outside, I'd imagine, and
yeah,
yeah, that would be nice.
yeah. No, it was great. Like it just kind of got right in there, and it was just had that again a little bit of the smoky taste from the barbecue. Again,
Right.
fortunately, it was a propane barbecue, but you still had a little bit of a smoky taste, and just kind of just like, it took a bit of doing to get the spit through. I had to cut the end of the bone off, but I was able
I'm
to get it.
gonna ask. That would be hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to do it though, and then I had the clamps, and I put them on, and it just held it nice and tight. And I
Nice.
ended up having to again tie it up because again, like it's the spiral cut ham, and that thing's just
Right.
gonna be
Sounds
like
like
a
something I'll have to try.
yeah. It was like a weeble on a wobble. Like it was never. It was hard to get it to. And once it got going, it was nice and slow, but it was still like you're watching it because it's like it gets up to the top and it's like,
Right.
hey, be careful here. So that's why that's why I decided to tie it up, and it was
Yeah,
all
I would tie it up probably.
yeah. But like again, it
Yeah, I
turned
know.
out. Yeah, I liked it.
Then when you get to your comfort level, you get a few years of doing the same dinner, you start to make the sides a little more something. Like
Yeah,
instead of steaming your Brussels sprouts, now I like to fry a little bit of bacon in the pan.
yeah,
Just before the bacon's done cooking, I throw like halves of the Brussels sprouts in the pan and start mixing it up.
yeah.
Get them bright green, but kind of seared from the bacon fat.
Yeah.
Man, it's so good together.
Well, it is a good taste. Like I wonder what like
Yeah.
um say the pork back.
Oh yeah,
Get that, and like how you can crease it, cut it.
pancetta.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be a good taste on that.
cubes of that. In there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. See, you keep up in your game.
Yeah. Who's
Get
gonna?
some of that corn on the cob from the summertime, sear it on the grill, cut it off the cob, put it in the freezer, and keep it there for Christmas.
Yep.
Then
Yep.
take that out, man. Put some butter on there.
Yep. Merry Christmas. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, this year we're doing lasagna.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
We're doing a beef lasagna and a chicken lasagna. 'Cause again, it's just something a little different. Like we can go get a ham or we can get a turkey or roast or something like
Right.
that. Like it's like again we again we try to step off the beaten path, so to speak, and go to something a little
Right.
different. it works. It's good. Like we like it. And it seems to be okay for us. Like we're okay with it, and nobody nobody's turned their nose up at it. We've done it before, and it seems to be
Yeah, you've
okay.
done it before. Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds really good.
yeah. Like I said,
Boy,
we've done.
you could do so much with a sauce for that. You
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. And again, like it's like um in older family members, we kind of have to tone it down. We can't go too spicy, but
Right.
it's got a good garlicky taste. Well, she makes a homemade sauce, and it's it's good. Like we know she knows what she's doing. She's got the garden. We got all the tomatoes and just puree them down and make our own sauce. And we got the pressure
That
canner.
sounds really good.
Yeah, and it's good. Like it really really does a good job. It's tasty. It's like I like it. Everybody else seems to like it, so we just got to we're gonna
Right.
do we're gonna do one that's gonna be chicken and one's gonna be beef. It'll be
What about leftovers the
um
day after the dinner?
it
I
usually
mean, lasagna tastes just as good the next day.
oh yeah, no, I'm I'm a little weird on that. I'll take that lasagna and I'll put it in a
Hmm.
fry pan and I'll fry it up, give it a crisp
That
on the
sounds
bottom and all that, and then add a
so you
little
get
bit
the
more seasoning.
pastas kind of crunchy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that sounds
That,
really good.
that to me, I really like. It's just I'm again maybe I'm funny or different, but that I find it's something that I enjoy. It's
Yeah,
like, and again, like not everybody likes it, but hey, it's not everybody's got to eat it. I like it.
that's the fun thing about cooking. You know, you just find things you love, throw it in the pan, see what works together.
Yep, no,
You
exactly.
know,
Like I can
yeah.
remember, this is probably 20 years at least watching Emeril Lagasse
Hmm.
cooking when he had his TV show, Bam, cooking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was making his famous garlic mashed potatoes. He goes, I'm going to do something a little different for this tonight. And he goes, hey, I'm like, okay, what are you going to do? Just add more garlic? Yeah, well, he added his garlic and he did his mashed potatoes. He added eggplant.
Hmm.
He roasted eggplant, and then he mashed it. And he goes, if you like it, put it together. And if you like it, you put it together because you're the one eating it.
Hmm.
And I've tried it before, and it actually is pretty good.
That sounds like it would be good. It would
Yeah,
like lighten up the potato a little bit, but
yeah,
not take away the potato flavor.
yeah. And it
You
just
know,
gives it, like, you're grilling it, so you're getting a bit of a smoky taste or whatever, and you just kind of
right?
throw it in. You mash it up with your masher, and yeah, again,
Hmm.
you're adding butter and milk and whatever you're adding to it. And again, it becomes part of the mashed potato. It actually was pretty good.
You know, I guess that's the thing between Christmas dinner and your everyday cook. Is at Christmas dinner, you got your family. You don't want to sway too far from your comfort zone,
Yeah.
and you want to make sure all the flavors are good for everybody.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, I think there's a lot of pressure there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Like that's again like with a turkey. They
Yeah,
when we used to deep fry, I would inject it, and you could put Creole spice in there, or honey garlic, or whatever you want. Well, again, you got some older relatives. You're going to give them a slice of turkey, and it's like you got this. You could see the spreading of the sauce, like the juice of the flavor that's in there, and it's like maybe you shouldn't have some of that because that's a little bit too spicy for you. And then they're like, oh, why don't you give me a piece of that? "Oh, okay. You just see their eyes light up, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, it's a little
maybe too
concentrated
much.
right there, isn't it?
Yeah,
But again, that was early on when I was first doing the deep fry, and it kind of
right.
newer thing at that. And then once I learned how to do it, it's kind of like came a little bit better. But
I'd like to say my lovely wife and I are a good team in the kitchen when it comes to big dinners like that.
yeah,
But really, she's the lead. I follow her lead on everything.
I can see
You
that. Yeah,
know,
it's
she's
like
got the organization skills and everything. And yeah,
I've seen you. I've been around you. Oh, butterfly. Ooh, there,
Yeah. Yeah. Want to make a Thanksgiving burger?
yeah, yeah, no, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. Like I said, my wife's the one who can plan it. It's like, hey, let's try this. Let's try it. No, 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 no. We're doing this. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, no, for sure, no problem. And again, I have no
Yeah.
problem getting in there and doing like again cooking and doing all the meals and everything like that. Like I have no problem whatsoever. You don't get to look like this by not having an
You
unhealthy
know,
meal every now and then.
you got to, you know what? Buy 3 turkeys, do one on Christmas, and then
Yeah.
experiment with the other 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like again, I've done one on the barbecue
Yeah.
and just wrapped it up in tinfoil because I didn't have a rotisserie at that point, and I just wrapped it up in
Right.
like tinfoil about 4 times, and I stuffed the cavity with um, tomatoes and onions,
Tomatoes and onions, that's different.
and it was just again, it was just wrapped up in tinfoil, and I put it
Right.
in the barbecue at like I put it on low medium, so it didn't get over too much over 250 degrees. It
Right.
came down low. Just kept the lid on and let it go for like 6 hours, and then
Wow.
cut the tinfoil, and it was like steam. And the bird was like it was like cooked. It was all the way you could tell it was cooked. I
Right.
took a temperature check and it was like 165. So I just kind of let it sit there and get some heat and everything like that from the to kind of crisp out the outside. And it took a little bit
Right.
longer at that point. But when I again cut into that bird with all the juice from the tomatoes and the flavor from the onions, it just kind of it really added a nice taste to the bird, and it was different. Like I actually learned that from a very good friend Jim Tracy, who's no longer with us right now. Like he was the one who would do off the cuff stuff like that. He goes, I did up a turkey in
Wow.
a fire pit, and I'm like, oh, how'd you do that? He goes, well, I wrapped it up in tinfoil about 20 times and threw it in the fire pit. And I came back 4 hours later, and the thing was done. I'm thinking, yeah, it would have been. And he goes,
That's gutsy, really, when you think about it.
it tasted great. And I'm like, oh, perfect. I wish I would have, you should have saved me a piece. And he goes, oh, you weren't here. I'm not saving you a piece. It was great. But yeah, no, again, that's where I learned that. Like, I decided to try that trick out and it worked. Like it was a great little trick. And again, like, I'm not going to do it all the time, but again, that's,
Right.
and I'm seeing like Trumpet Master, he had done a couple of turkeys he was showing on his where
Yeah, I seen that.
he
He did 3 or 4 of them in one day or something.
like now that's a setup he's got. Like he's
Yeah.
he's got a small little business going, I think. But
Oh,
he's
yeah, that was neat. Yeah.
yeah. What do they call it? What's the term? There's a term they call it for that splatching or I can't remember.
Spatchcock,
Yes, yes,
where they break it open. Yeah.
yeah. And that's what he's got it like flat, and he's got them on there, and it just that's again. You're smoking that bird. That bird's gonna come out so tender, so tasty. Like, it's like kids are going to be looking over the fence. Excuse me, can I have some?
Yeah, that looked real good. Yeah, I got that rotisserie now on the Masterbuilt, and I've been rotisserieing a lot lately.
Yeah.
And I got an extra turkey to throw on there. So I'll probably do that sometime after Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Got to do a turkey.
Looking forward to seeing that video. That'll be
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Just the fact you can set the temperature, you can throw some wood smoke in there, you can do whatever you want. Eh?
Yeah.
It's a nice grill for that.
Oh. Oh yeah. And again, you don't have to sit there and babysit it.
No. Yeah.
Again, like you
Now you pull your phone out, see what the temperature everything is,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Like
especially
that's a great thing
this
about
time of year. Yeah, it can be difficult being outside, this time of year,
yeah.
depending on the weather.
Yeah.
Just let things go.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's meals are again like the Christmas meal. Like again, like this year we're doing the lasagna. You're doing the turkey and the Brussels sprouts and the rice pudding, and like we'll have we'll do my wife will do a nice candied carrots. She'll take
Oh
the
yeah,
carrots,
candy
like
carrots. Yeah.
and then she puts the caramel like kind of sauce on it and just butter and it's just they're just you can't get enough of them. It's like you want
Oh
to
yeah,
yeah. And then
that sounds real nice.
the running joke with my daughter, it's the green bean casserole. I didn't ask for green
Oh,
bean casserole. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. It just always it ends up showing up, and it's like I didn't ask for that. Yeah, you did.
that became so popular, right?
Oh, yeah. And again, it's good. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, I like green beans.
Now, now you're doing a turkey. Now here's a question:
Mhm.
your stuffing. Do you stuff the turkey, or do you do the stuffing on your stuffing or dressing on the side?
Usually, my wife does it on the side, and she uses all the giblets and everything inside the turkey.
Yep.
And her brother really loves that. He's got to have his dressing.
Yeah.
But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we don't stuff the turkey. Normally, the turkey we throw some onions and apples inside.
Apples would be good. Yeah. That'd give a
Yeah,
nice taste.
yeah, that's normally our go-to with the stuff, like inside the turkey.
Yeah.
But
Now do
yeah,
you
the stuffing's made in a separate pan.
yeah, now do you use the sauce to make it to add towards your gravy, or do you
Yes, at the end. Yes, while the turkey's resting,
yeah,
you put the sauce in a pan, start rendering that, add some butter. I'm not quite sure everything she puts in there, but it just comes out so perfect.
I can imagine that apple just adding a super nice taste to that gravy.
Just it goes really well with onion,
Yeah,
apples and onion. Believe it or not, a little
weird.
bit of sweetness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I can just I'm just imagining that taste. You'd have that like depending on the apple, you could get a bit of a tart, or you've got a sweet one, and they could just really like go with the onion there, and like you're getting that like you said that sweet and sour, or sweet and oniony, like the bite.
yeah.
That would be
And
good.
my challenge for me is when I make my plate, I always put too much on it. I'm always full. I don't know. You think you're taking small portions, then you get through that plate,
Yeah.
barely have room for rice pudding.
Oh, and if there's fresh bread,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Bread. Yes, that's a whole thing on its own there.
when you're looking at the leftover turkey, you're like, if there's any left, you're going, you know what? I'm just gonna hold off so I don't pass out from too much food, and I'm gonna go and have a sandwich maybe later on using some of the stuffing and some of that turkey. That'll be good.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's a whole different story. That's a different topic for a different night.
That's it.
Yeah,
We could start going a whole different direction there.
we good. We've already yeah no that's again we've done that before.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, no, I again again just any meal that you're having, like you said, that's it's great to have it with the family or your loved ones around with you, like that you want to have a good meal with, and it's
Yeah.
again, it's you don't have to go over the deep end like you got to have like a 72 course meal to feed everybody, and they're sitting there and they're bloated after they've eaten and they're laying on the couch for 2 hours and then wake up and then they got to go and have another bite to eat because they've digested that. And no, that's
Yeah.
again, hey, some people want to do that. Have at it. I like to enjoy a little meal and go a long way.
I try to enjoy it and not feel bad afterwards.
Yeah,
So if I can do that, I'm right on target.
yeah, no, exactly. I'd seen I want to say it was on Instagram the other day. It was a meme thing or a little video. It showed these three three Italian gentlemen sitting at a kitchen table for a Christmas meal, and they're sitting there and they're just yelling like they're sitting from like a foot apart from each other and they're yelling at each other about what they're eating and they're no, 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 and they're just yelling. And then that's at like that's the lunch. It was like 11 o'clock on Christmas morning, and then 11:45 on Christmas morning, the second lunch. And then they're showing them they're yelling. And they got a plate full of other foods, and then they go 12:15 the desserts and at the Christmas morning, and then you're showing them they're sitting there, they're eating the desserts, and then they they're just kind of slowing down, and then all of a sudden they're showing them with a coffee. They got the little cups of coffee, and they're banging their spoons, and it's like, and they're still yelling, and then they have their coffee. Then they show them 20 minutes later laying down on the couches and the chairs, unconscious, and then 2:15 up for their afternoon lunch, and then they're just kind of just yelling out, start it all over again. So I guess to pick on the Italians. Sorry, I shouldn't do that, but it was quite funny. I seen that, and I was like, I've seen that across the board. You could go pick any nationality,
Oh yeah.
Again, it's have a good time, have a good meal, and that's all it's about.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll drink to that.
Oh yes. Now, do you have like you said, you have the rice pudding for your dessert? Is there any other dessert? Like, are you are you the fruitcake guy, or are you like a?
I like a pumpkin pie or an apple pie.
Pie person,
or some Christmas cookies to go along with the rice pudding.
I'm a cookie kind of guy.
Oh yeah, just a platter of all the the sugar cookies, chocolate cookies, macaroons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My grandmother used to make a German walnut torte, and it was like about 7 or 8 layers, and this thing it was like light and fluffy, and it had a caramel icing on it. And to me, not saying the torte wasn't good, icing was like that was a dessert. Give me a bowl of the icing, because that was just like so sweet and just crunchy. It was just great. I liked it. I thought that was, to me, it was a dessert in its own. But no, Wayne, you can't have that. Not like that.
I remember when I was a kid, my mother would try to bake cookies ahead of Christmas, to stay ahead of things. And I remember there was 5 boys, and me and my brothers, we'd find them in the freezer, and sneak in there every day, take out a couple,
Yeah. She won't notice.
No. Pretty soon we got a whole empty container in there.
What happened to all these cookies?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at our.
It's those kind of
What's that? Sorry, Greg.
Just those kind of memories you share around the table, at Christmas.
Sure, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at our time. We're coming up on our half hour, so.
Okay.
Before we go too far, just like I said, the traditional, I want to send out a hello to KF and KD. You're looking out for you. Hoping you guys are doing okay. And Sean, Professor, I know you're supposed to be back from assignment, and you were back from assignment, but you caught a damn bug. You got to get rid of it. Hopefully.
What was he doing, by the way? Did he tell you what he was up to?
Yes.
Was he counting alligator teeth or something? Or
he had he was actually going to see if ostrich was actually served properly as a Christmas dinner.
Nice. Okay.
And he couldn't quite catch one, so it was too.
Well, maybe he can get us up to speed on that when he gets back.
And he was trying to find the true heritage on the figgy pudding.
Nice.
And I don't know if he actually found anything or not, but I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. So, and so, on that note, want to here. I got it somewhere. I got it. I know. Don't mind me. Yeah, dog's whining at me.
Well, we're talking about food, the dog's interested.
I know, she perked right up. And well, on that note,
I want to thank you, boys.
Thank you very much. It's been a great evening, and